Hello TK, welcome to today's math lesson. Let's go ahead and check out our objective and see what we're going to be focusing on today, what we're going to be learning about. All right, go ahead and repeat after me. I can make a group of up to 3 objects and match the number. Now let's go ahead and say that one more time a little bit faster. I can make a group of up to 3 objects and match the number. So we're going to be making a group. That's what our objective says. We're going to be making a group of up to 3 objects. And we're also going to be trying to figure out what that number looks like in order to keep it to the correct quantity. So to complete this objective, I need you to go ahead and take out your Baggie. It should have today's date up at the top. Now we're going to open our Baggie and we're going to take out our numbers. We're going to review our numbers and we're going to do this by counting the dots on the back of our number cards. So I want you to start with number 1. Go ahead and put the rest of your cards down. We know this is the number 1 because if you look on the back of your number card, this is the quantity of the number 1. This is the amount I should see whenever I am looking at the number 1. Whenever you think of the number 1, look at this number and think 1. You should only have 1 item, 1 dot, 1 thing. Now moving on to number 2. This is the number 2, and I know this is the number 2 because on the back of my card I see how many dots? 1, 2. 2 dots. This is the quantity of the number 2. Remember, your number 2 goes all the way to the top line. It starts like a little hook down and it goes back on the bottom line. Good job, TK. Moving on to number 3. This is the number 3. And once again, you know it's the number 3 because of the quantity on the back of the number. There's 1, 2, 3. 3 dots. This is the quantity of the number 3. So TK, one more time just so we remember. This is how the numbers look in number form. This is how we write them. And this is how they look when we are expressing or trying to explain the quantity of the number, the amount that number is. So 1, 1 dot, 2, 2 dots, and 3, 3 dots. All right, TK. For the rest of our lesson, we're going to bring out our Baggie, and I want you to lay down each of your number cards in order. Okay, TK, so I'm going to help you put these in order by showing you how they look on our number line, but you can go ahead and put them down in front of you from left to right in order. Ready? In number order. When we are starting our number line, we always start with the number 0. And what number comes next? Remember, when we count up on our number line, we are building our numbers. So first we want to start with the smallest number. So we have 0, that means there's nothing there. And if we're counting up, that means we're building, we're getting bigger numbers. We should have what number next? The number 1, right? Yeah, because the number 1 only has 1 dot, whereas these have more dots. So this one is the smallest number that goes next. Okay, after number 1, after you figured out we have 1 dot here, we need to build up. So I'm going to turn my numbers around, my dots. Now I'm going to choose the next number that has 1 more dot than the number 1. Which one has 1 more dot than the number 1? This one, right? 2 dots. 2 dots is 1 more than 1 dot. So we're going to put the number 2 on our number line next. And we know that after the number 2 comes the number 3, because the number 3, let's look at the dots. Our number 3 has 1 more dot than the 2. You see how it has 1 more? So this is our third one. This is our next number on our number line. So now that you have these numbers in front of you in order, I want you to bring out the materials in your Baggie. So with these materials, without looking at your dots on the back, I want you to put the correct amount, the correct quantity next to your numbers. So for my number 1, I can either have 1 puff ball next to it, or I can have 1 stick next to it. This is your choice. It's up to you. Let me show you what that looks like. So I just put my numbers in order from left to right, and I put the correct amount of items next to the numbers. So I want you to go ahead and do the same thing for your assignment. Go ahead and use your Baggie and put the correct amount of items next to the correct number. Good luck, TK.